Hey, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but welcome to In the Know. Couldn't quite hear Zanetta at the opening there, so... but I think we're here. I think we've got sound. I'm Craig Ramey. I am one of the hosts
She
here.
gave us a thumbs up,
Oh, she
so
did.
we
Okay,
must.
great. But I'm one of your hosts here for In the Know, and I don't do this by myself. I got my pal here with me.
Hey, good morning, Craig. Hey,
morning.
Megan Johnson. Thank you for joining us this morning on June 22nd. It was a frog choking rain this morning, was it not?
Is that a thing that people say?
In my house.
Okay.
Frog choking
frog,
rain.
okay, so much water on the ground
It
that it
choked
would
the
choke the
frogs
frog.
out. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a gully washer.
Yeah.
You know. So, and now, as we came into the studio here at Public Radio East on the New Bern campus, it is a gorgeous morning.
It is. It happened immediately. Sorry, I'm going to turn this down because I can hear us talking in the background now. But yeah, I was getting ready to walk out into the rain, and then I turned around 2 minutes later, and the sun is out. And it's
Yes. I looked at the
superhuman,
dog,
so.
and I'm like, honey, you might want to wait just a few minutes. And she
Yeah.
did it. All was good. So, but yeah, so I'm glad to be back here. We missed you last week.
I miss being here. I was having my own fun, though.
Yes,
I'm
we
glad
know.
that y'all
Well
were able to have
deserved.
fun and have delicious food here. But
We did.
I was in my happy place hiking through the mountains of western North Carolina.
Oh, good for you. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah.
Waterfalls?
A few, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, saw some waterfalls. We were in the Chimney Rock, Lake Lure area, so...
Did you go to the Old Rock Cafe?
No, they were closed, but that's okay. But yeah, just had fun. Found a new nature preserve out there, the Florence Nature Preserve, that I'd never even heard of before. And
It's always fun to find something new.
It really was.
Yeah.
And years ago, this family, their last name was Florence, and they had bought all this land, and then they donated it as a public trust when they passed away. And so now it's this enormous swath of trails and just beautiful nature out in the mountains and woods.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So our feed just popped up, so hopefully people are seeing it. Oh, there it is. Now I
Yeah.
can find
Yeah,
it.
we're live. I saw it.
Yeah. No, I just got to make sure I can try to
Oh, yeah.
share
Welcome
it.
to the show, everybody. If you're just
Yeah.
joining us, please comment and let us know you're here, because we love knowing who's joining us on the show. Speaking of who's joining us on the show today.
We have a guest.
We do.
Yes.
So welcome to the show, Zeb Hough from RCS. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good.
Yeah.
It's so good to be here.
Yeah.
For sure.
We appreciate you coming and joining us on this weird, wild ride that we do every Thursday, where we're a little unpredictable, but we're happy to have you come here today and talk to us about all the great things you're doing over at RCS.
But our predictability is that we're unpredictable, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I dig that. And I resemble that remark.
I was going to say,
Absolutely.
you live in a world that you never know what life is going to throw you.
Absolutely.
Over at
Yeah.
Religious Community Services. You never know. Every morning you know it's a blessing, but you don't know what's going to get thrown at you.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we plan as best as we can, but we always plan for flexibility.
Yeah.
All right, because when the bulk of the services that you provide have the first word is crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much. It's like it's in the job description.
Yeah.
It will be unpredictable
Yeah.
and 24 hours a day, 7
Yeah.
days a week, 365 days a year.
Wow. That's a lot.
Because you can't plan for every crisis, and no matter how much planning you try to do for any specific crisis, they're all different, right? And everybody has
Absolutely.
different needs, and time of year, time of day, all of that changes things.
For sure. I mean, to just put that in context, RCS serves 3 different counties where the average cost burden household is 29%. So 29% of the households in the 3 counties that we serve, Jones, Pamlico, and Craven County, are cost burden. Because of that, at any time, there are food insecurities, housing insecurities, transportation insecurities. And for all of those needs, because our mission is literally to be where the need is felt the most, our job is to make sure that we're there for those individuals. And 14.3% of the individuals who live in cost-burden households in those 3 counties have been touched by RCS services in the last 365 days.
Wow. So you said 29% in
Yep.
the 4 counties, and then 14% have all been touched.
Yeah.
Wow. That's significant. And you have a small staff, but you couldn't do it without your volunteers.
Oh, we couldn't do it without the volunteers and the support of the community. So the staff is a staff of 14. Our volunteers are innumerable, but really it's the community partners. And when that whole picture comes together, that's the only reason that we're able to do what we're able to do. Last year we gave out gave out is a hard word because we're not actually giving it out. We
You're
distributed
providing
it. Yeah, there it is. Provided. We provided 91,000 boxes of emergency food. 14 people could never ever distribute 91,000 boxes of emergency food in 3 counties. But when we put the resources of collaboration around us, we add the resources of big partners like the Food Bank of Eastern North Carolina that really help us out with grocery partnerships and those kinds of things. It comes together and it works like magic. And I sit back and I think, how do I get to be a part of this machine that just runs all of the time? And I feel really, really lucky. Actually, I was telling Zanetta that on June 1st, I celebrated my 3rd year anniversary with RCS, and it has been the quickest 3 years of my entire career. So
I remember the day you came into the college, and I saw you, and you were with your father-in-law.
Yep.
And we went into the office. Actually, we went into your office. You weren't there.
That's correct.
What's going on?
Yeah,
How did you get into my office when I wasn't around?
Well, it was still kind of COVID stuff, right?
Yep.
And
Okay.
you were gone. I think it was probably Mickey Tillman. I mean, and myself. There was probably it
Okay.
at the time. And so we went in and we just started brainstorming of what needed to be needed and what was happening and how we could help and collaborate. And so
Yeah, because the college is definitely one of RCS's partners.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, in more than one way. We have the boot camp on RCS campus, and so that's probably one of the most visible ways. But I mean, there are time after time, from food drives to volunteer groups to programs to opportunities like today, where the college really leverages its resources to step up and become partners with RCS, and we hope that relationship is mutual. Certainly the Volt Center. I can go on and on. We love our partners, and
well, I'm at the Havelock campus, and even this past week, Monday, I had 2 young ladies to come in. One's a present student, one's going to become a student. She's already signed up, and they didn't come out and say, I'm struggling, but you could tell through conversations, through body language, and I just come out and ask. I just kind of pull the mommy card and say, hey, what's going on? What do you need? And I was able to get them a hot meal that night over at Annunciation Catholic Church. They do their daily bread, and it's from 6 to 8, so they offer a free hot meal. And but I also gave them your flyer on Operation Outpost.
Okay.
So, and again, I asked, I said, do you have transportation issues, to get to New Bern? And they said, no, we have a car. They shared it. And I said, okay, good. So I gave them the copy. So if people that don't know what Operation Outpost is every Wednesday throughout the month, there's a different location throughout 3 counties, right? So it's Craven County, Pamlico County, and a Jones County pickup. And from my understanding is that they just pull up and they pop their trunk and the food goes right into their trunk. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So Operation Outpost was actually born out of COVID, where we saw our pantry numbers go way, way down. But at the same time, the need was being reported way elevated, and we said we have to do something to close this gap, because if what's stopping people from getting to the pantry? And the truth was, because they weren't at work, they didn't have gas money to get to the pantry. And if I live in Pollocksville, I'm not driving my last 45 minutes in a car to get food. I'm going to go and scrape it together some other kind of way. And fortunately, we were able to work with, I mean, it was an operation in COVID, but out of that came this idea that we could take our services beyond George Street, and we could actually invite people who had limitations and remove those barriers, because we have cars, we have box trucks and those kinds of things. So every Wednesday, just like you said, Megan, we load up the box truck. We go to Alliance, Bridgeton, a couple of other locations that someone going to slap
just
my head.
Just down the street from our college
Yes,
campus.
We're in Havelock and Harlow, and we partner with organizations right there in the local location, so that there are neighbors, and it's always about building supportive community. It's always always about engaging people in a holistic way, because it's not just about a box of food. It really is about coming into relationship with individuals to find out what their real need is, because underneath my need for a meal is my need to have resources that I didn't previously have, and that takes relationship, because those barriers, just like you said, they don't come down very easily.
And the one in Havelock is the parking lot shared with Epic Pregnancy Center and Annunciation Catholic Church. So they've got support settings right there as well. So my understanding with Epic, only because I've provided references or referrals to them, is they will support the mother and child until the child's through age 3.
Yep.
So whether it's diapers, clothing, car seats, counseling, whatever the case may be. And speaking of counseling, that was another thing I shared with these young ladies, because they were new to the area. They moved from New Jersey, and really are just still getting to know the place. And I said, hey, there's a lot of resources. You need to reach out. Of course, I gave them y'all's direct number.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what the counseling and the caseworking programs that you have to offer there as well.
Absolutely. So once upon a time, our model was a service first model, and what we've learned over the years is that relationship piece is so vital, because if we put the services before the relationship, then what we get is just perpetual usage of the services without ever really making an impact. And so we say RCS is where impact lives, and so we wanted to put the relationship before the services, and the mechanism we use to do that is case management, and that is where you will come in, you will say, hey, my name is Zeb Hough, and I think I need rent assistance, and we'll say, come on in, let's have a conversation. We'll go from our case management team will go from income to education to goals and aspirations, and we'll come up with, you don't just leave with a box of food or a rental check. You actually leave with a plan with measurable goals that you can put in place, and an invitation to come back and check in with our case manager again, so we can continue to build that relationship. And we incentivize that, and we hope it's an attractive alternative for people and outside of chronic cycles of poverty, because really, once you get stuck in it, it's really hard to get out. And so we know that doesn't happen in a silo. So case management is there to build that community around the individual, so they have wraparound services.
I think that's really great where the partnerships come in too, right? Because people don't know where to find what they need, right? Like obviously you just said with the case management part of it, but if somebody needed rent assistance, they wouldn't know where to go find rent assistance, right?
Right.
So a lot of times, and we even see that here at the college, where people are coming in, they're not really sure what they want to do, or they might be a veteran, or they might need scholarships, or they might want to go into the trades, or they might want to transfer, but they don't really know. And a lot of times it really comes down to just coming in and talking to a person, caseworker in your example, and say, let me listen to you.
Yeah.
And then guess what? We've been connected with all the services and partners in the community for years. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And we can help you along that way. And it sounds like that's exactly what you've set up.
It is. And really the proof's in the pudding, because exactly what you just said. At the end of the day, it is rare in this day and age to be listened to.
Yeah.
October 2020, we opened up our Veterans Residence, which is an 18-month place where veterans who have served this country can come and they can just live and have a stable home. They don't have to worry about where they're going to stay tomorrow, because outside of the experience of homelessness, they're still individuals that serve this country. And so we opened that up. It was a 4-year labor of love for RCS, and I got to come home and drive it past the 2-yard line. I mean, but we opened it up, and our very first veteran who came to us was actually a veteran who had been homeless for 30 years.
Wow.
For 30 years, he had a medical discharge, so he'd served honorably. He didn't have his DD-214, didn't have disability coming in, didn't have any of the resources that rightfully belonged to him because of his service. And it just took someone sitting across the table and listening to his story and saying, wait, you didn't quit. That was a discharge. Where's your service record? And I don't have a service record. Oh, you have a service record.
Yeah.
And I will forever praise the staff at Lejeune. In 10 days' time, he had his DD-214 and full back pay for benefits for 30 years.
Wow.
But that wasn't because RCS is so wonderful. It was because finally there was a safe place where you could sit down and actually be heard and think through his story and look at what he actually had at his disposal, because oftentimes we have way more at our disposal than we are even aware of in a crisis. So I like to say, if nothing else, RCS is there to listen.
Yeah.
So,
I call it peeling back the onion.
yeah.
Somebody
sure.
comes in to say, hey, I need to get whatever, or can you tell me how to, when the bookstore opens? And I'm like, and then all of a sudden you're like peeling back the onion and you find there's a lot of other stuff going on. It's not just what are the hours for the bookstore. So, yeah.
For sure.
You had a recent celebration. You guys had a big celebration this past year.
Well, yeah, last year was our 40th, our 40th anniversary, and this year we want to keep the party going because we had such a fun time last year.
Big old street party.
Yeah. So we're moving inside this year because
Yeah.
the weather is, unpredictable. But we're moving over to the Mayola at the Riverside.
I think it's Riverside.
Someone in my development department is going to yell at me
Yeah.
right now. And on August 19th, and RCS is going to have its gala this year, and it is called A Night in Old Hollywood. Look at that. That is on it. I think we have a little bit of a commercial if it's able to be queued up. So the commercial will do a much better job than I will.
Darling, you look ravishing. Simply glammed up to the nines. What's the occasion?
Well, haven't you heard? I'm going to don my finest outfit and bask in the glitz and the glam of old Hollywood at the RCS Gala.
How could I forget about a night of scrumptious food, flowing spirits, and a red carpet? August 19th at Mayola Riverside in New Bern. It will leave a lasting impression on our community with supporting RCS.
My fine gal, does that mean you're going to join me in cutting a rug and dancing the jitterbug?
Well, I'm ready for my close-up. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today for the Old Hollywood Gala at rcsnewbern.com, because who doesn't like leaving a lasting impression?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Zeb Hough here, Executive Director of RCS, and I just want to let you guys know that on August 19th, we're about to have this year's RCS Gala. It's a night in Old Hollywood. It's going to be a blast. Now here's the deal. I need some folks to come help us sponsor the event, and there are different levels of sponsorship, but we want you to be involved with helping us have the night of our lives. So click down below and help us out.
Looks like it's going to be a fun time.
It's going to be a fantastic time, I think.
That was very well done.
Matt McCotter and the folks over at Curtis Media always do a good job.
Yeah.
So thanks. And, of course, the development staff that always kind of make me look good.
And the lovely lady that was with you?
That is my wife, and she totally volunteered last minute because I was like, I don't think anyone can do it like you can.
Yeah.
And,
Aw, that's sweet.
and she said I was full of it, but she would do it anyway.
Well, speaking of your lovely wife, and we are very fortunate, all of us, to have a wonderful spouse in our life that keeps us happy and moving. And so we didn't talk about the National Day of, but it ties in together. You ready? It's National Kissing Day.
Ooh.
Ooh, National Kissing Day. The kiss has been a part of our culture for thousands of years, and the reason we kiss vary too. While affection and attraction may be the most common reason for kissing, the kiss has also been used as a greeting. I kind of kissed you on the cheek when I came in this morning. In some cultures, kissing a cheek may date back to Christian rituals. In Ireland, the custom of kissing the Blarney Stone has existed for centuries and is said to bestow the kisser with the gift of eloquence and perseverance. I am not laying upside down on some stone whatever and kissing some Blarney Stone. I'm sorry, because I will fall over. That will be my blessing, right? My eloquence. I will eloquently fall over. Another medieval tradition that hopefully has been extinguished is the practice of kissing the feet of royalty or those in power. A similar act of kissing includes kissing the ring of someone who shows power as well. So,
Does the kissing the ring not still happen?
I think it does,
I
like
think
for the
so.
Pope, and I don't know, do the kings still get kissed? I don't know.
I think so. I think it's a thing.
Which leads to hand kissing. Well, this gesture suggests loyalty to someone it has a friendlier connection than that of kissing feet. For some, it's a sign of respect and affection.
I would think at the gala there will be some hand kissing, right? That's the perfect fashion for like the gloves up to the elbow, whatever you
Is
call
that
those.
right?
Absolutely.
That was the period of the long gloves and
The,
kissing of
the gala, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a parent who had many children. They were Hispanic, and he would come up and he would genuflect and kiss my hand.
He would what?
Genuflect, like kneel and kiss
Okay,
my
I've
hand.
never heard that word before.
I guess it's because I took care of his babies. I don't know. It didn't kill him. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So anyway, but today, National Kissing Day offers more than just a history lesson. It encourages us to reconnect and draw closer to our loved ones, like at a gala, right? Get dressed up, get prettied. Whether it's a peck on the cheek or a passionate kiss, when we received one from someone we love, kissing brings joy. Kissing triggers the release of endorphins, which turns and tells our brain that we're happy. When we kiss, our anxiety is reduced and our blood pressure lowers. That's good news. Can't always get that with a pill, right? Maybe.
I guess it depends on the shape of the pill.
Maybe, or the
You can
color.
have like lips on the side of a pill, so it's like you open up the little jar.
Like
and
kissing?
it's, yeah,
Kissing lips?
yeah, kissy lips,
Like
like
kissing
the wax lips.
Yeah.
Oh, wax lips. I missed those.
Oh, so maybe those boo-boo kisses that Mama used to give us really did have power.
You know what? They probably did.
Yes, they reduced our anxiety. So anyway, National Kissing Day.
I love that.
Yeah.
So everybody celebrate it for the rest of the day.
I definitely plan on it.
Yeah,
With your spouse or your significant other.
That's right.
We don't want any HR calls.
that's right.
None of that.
Oh.
So it's also, just throw it out there, it's National HVAC Tech Day, and we know that we are looking constantly in this community and surrounding areas for good HVAC employees. So I did look it up, and the Volt Center is offering their next HVAC level, the NCCER HVAC Level 1, starting January of 2024. If
Okay.
you've taken one or two, they've got other ones going on, so certainly reach out to the Volt Center if that is a field that you're interested in. I know that our industry is actively looking for good employees. So get the training, get the job,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And stop the recidivism of poverty.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because breaking chronic cycles of poverty is not only necessary, it's possible here. So I love that.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, I do think that gala sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, though, right? It's because it's
Yeah.
like an old Hollywood style theme, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, so like if you watch the first like 5 minutes of the Green Book, where Von Lewis is playing, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's backed by a 16-piece brass
Yeah.
band,
In
and
his
he's
gold Mylar jacket.
Yes, that's totally the vibe we were looking for when we started dreaming this up, and so I'm so happy to say that we're signed, sealed, and delivered. We are going to recreate that on August 19th
That's
because we
That
do.
scene?
We
Yeah.
we have a 16-piece brass band called Contraband, and they will be fronted by our New Bern's very own frontman Von Lewis for the evening. So
That's
it's going to
very
be
cool.
a fantastic evening of jitterbugging. Is that how you say it? Cutting or rugging? I don't know.
Well, you said you were going to do the jitterbug in the video, so now I'm ready to see what that looks like
I
because
feel
I don't
like-
know how to do it. Do you
Yeah.
know how to do it?
No, I feel like I need to go to the dance school on Pollock Street and get some jitterbug lessons. I've
Megan?
risen the expectation.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I
Well,
appreciate jitterbugging, but no, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to figure it out. Come on
Maybe
the
we could
19th.
get Susie and Madison to get a class together.
Maybe so.
That'd be a
yeah.
good thing for our
Yeah,
community
So the
enrichment
gala is in
program.
I love
August,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll throw together a jitterbug class in the
Yeah,
next
learn how to jitterbug.
couple of weeks,
That's
right?
right. I love it.
Very good. That's awesome. So tell us anything else that you want us to know about what's going on at RCS, what you need,
Sure.
new programs, whatever, so we can get all that information out.
Absolutely. I think we always need volunteers. As I said, we couldn't really do what we do without volunteers. So groups, classes, churches, put together a couple people, give us a call. We always have projects. There are ongoing opportunities that happen. Our warehouse moves somewhere between 60,000 and 125,000 pounds of non-perishable goods. All of that has to be sorted and all that stuff. So we have ongoing opportunities if someone was interested in doing something on a regular basis. Also, if you don't like sorting goods in the warehouse or serving food in the kitchen, that's okay. We also have a buy a bag boutique where anybody can come shop. The proceeds go to benefit RCS, but what the real magic is the community that gets started in the boutique, because the clothes are not for sale. The clothes are for free. The community gives them to us for free, and so we give them we make them available to the community for free. And what people actually buy are the bags, and so it's a dignified experience that kind of puts everybody on the even playing field, because whether you live in a mansion high on a hill or live under a bridge somewhere, if you buy your bag, whatever goes in the bag is yours. Mm-hmm. And so it's a place where things kind of come together. It's a really cool thing. And I say, if you've never volunteered for RCS before, volunteer for the boutique, because it's a really cool experience. Mm-hmm. We're hopefully in the fall, we're opening up a opportunity for individuals to volunteer in our shelter as well. So previously, the shelter has kind of been the place where we don't see a whole lot of volunteers. It's kind of wonky as far as volunteerism goes, but we've been able to put together a peer support specialist curriculum that will help volunteers to be trained to actually work in our shelters, and we hope to open that up in the fall. And so we're looking forward to it. A lot of good things happening, but a lot of things happening. And so as always, we're looking for support, because we are the only agency that I've worked for in 22 years that is 82% private donation funded. So that means the community makes everything we do possible. So we would not survive without community support. So,
and speaking of that, you just lost. The community lost a great man with Mike Deitman, who was a huge supporter of RCS. He not only did it in person, he witnessed it, and he encouraged others and try to match that. So that loss is big when it comes to a community. So we hope that somebody else will step into those big shoes as well, where he left them off. So
absolutely, his I believe his service is today, and definitely a celebration of life for a great man.
Yeah, absolutely. And about the volunteering side of it, I actually went on the website the other day when I was trying to get information for those young ladies that were in my office. And your website is very user-friendly. It's very easy to track. You can push this button, it pulls up the application to become a volunteer, and the whole process, and it looks simple and easy and quick. So I give you attaboys for whoever's managing your webpage.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into it, and the platform. We wanted to make it not only user-friendly, but we wanted to make it self-serve. So you didn't have to rely on anybody getting back to you, because phone systems just don't work the way we want them to all the time. Yeah. And so you can actually go on the website, register to volunteer, and schedule yourself for not only orientation, but also for volunteer opportunities listed there. So
that's fantastic. We are going to run out of time, but we have got some other events in the community we want to talk about.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, so stick around. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
All right. You ready? You want to start?
Yeah. Off to the races.
Off to the races.
Let's talk about some things happening.
Yes.
It's time for community events.
I like the new slide there.
Yeah, right. Chef's Feast at Tryon Palace, June 22nd. That's today from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the North Carolina History Center. This food tasting event is a collaboration of the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, so partner Bell there, right?
Absolutely.
And several of the region's most celebrated chefs. Guests will indulge in a wide variety of food and an open bar of regional and local beers and wines. Additionally, guests can enjoy live music, a live and silent auction, and ample outdoor terraces overlooking the beautiful confluence of the Trent and Neuse rivers. Chef's Feast will showcase a decadent array of local signature dishes from Cork Wine and Bistro, Executive Chef Mike Lynch, the Flavor Hills Chef Morgan, and the Flame Chef Smoke, Sarah's Big Apple, Chef Sarah Walston, Broad Street Takeout, Chef Curtis Stewart, Bistro 252, Chef Terrell Sutherland, and Shortwave Brewing Company. Tickets are $85 each or $165 a pair. Head on over to visitnewbern.com for the event page to purchase your tickets.
Very good. Get those tickets. You don't have to cook dinner.
That's right. Skip it.
That's right. Havelock Movies in the Park, June 22nd, 8 p.m. Havelock City Park. That would be this evening as well. Grab a blanket and some chairs and join us for the movies in the park. This month, we're showing DC League of Super Pets. Crypto, the Super Dog, and Superman are inseparable best friends, sharing the same superpowers and fighting crime side by side. And Metropolis, is that right? Metropolis?
Metropolis?
Oh, I'm not a Superman fan. Sorry, guys. However, Crypto must master his own powers for a rescue mission with Superman when Superman is kidnapped. Whoop, whoop. Go get him.
Looks
boy.
like fun. I'm out of touch. My kids are too old now. I don't know anything about DC League of Super Pets. But I'm sure it's great. It looks like a lot of fun.
And it is in Metropolis. Boys and girls, I apologize.
Yes.
Okay.
The Great Trent River Raft Race.
Saturday.
That's Saturday, yeah, 10 a.m. Union Point Park. Are you competing, Zeb?
I am not.
You won't be in the water for this one? Yeah.
No, but I will be there representing as a member of the board for the Chamber of Commerce.
Cool. Join us at Union Point Park in New Bern for a day of family fun on and off the water featuring live entertainment, food and beverage vendors, kids activities, and, of course, racing. If it floats, it can race.
That's right.
Cheer on your favorite creative entry in the paddle raft, pedal raft, and classic raft categories. Or build a raft and participate. Winners receive cash prizes, trophies, and bragging rights.
Whoop, whoop. You missed one. We're going to go back. Footloose on the Noose. Tomorrow night, June 23rd at 6:30, Union Point Park. Join us for the Trent Cadillac GMC Footloose on the Noose concert series. This event is free. Bring a blanket and a chair and enjoy great music at the park. Pets must be on a leash, no coolers. Food trucks will be available. Presented by New Bern Parks and Rec, this concert features Trial by Fire, the ultimate tribute to Journey. And then you're going to go to the first
Yeah, I got you.
annual.
Yep, okay.
Gotcha.
No, I was listening to Journey in my head. Sorry. The first annual New Bern Cup, June 26, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Carolina Colors. The New Bern Cup is an annual invitational stroke play competition between teams from the 6 New Bern golf clubs. The inaugural event will be a one-day 18-hole tournament at Carolina Colors Golf Club. Each participating club will field a team of 12 players, 8 men, 4 women, and 2 alternates, plus their club pro. Team members must meet the following USGA Index handicap maximum requirements. Men, 12, I guess that's under. Women, 24. Luncheon and awards presentation following the golf.
Very good. And then we have the Candlelight auditions. That's July 1st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Coleman Performance Hall, North Carolina History Center. Candlelight is a huge production, and we need you. We have speaking, non-speaking, and dancing parts for all who'd love to get involved and be a part of this historic night. Auditions are July 1st. Now, this is the Candlelight that's during Christmas time.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So come join us for those auditions. July 1, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I participated in that the first year I worked at the Palace. It was a lot of fun. I was one of the dancers. It was a masquerade year. I had a mask on, so nobody could see who the person was that was dancing so terribly. I can go ahead and tell you I'll never learn how to do the jitterbug because it took me 2 months to learn how to do one-line dance. So,
Oh, God bless.
yeah, that's okay. But it was a lot of fun.
I bet.
It was a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah.
And the costumes are gorgeous.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
really part of the fun of it, too,
Yeah.
is get to dress up in the historic costumes. All right, so we've got another show next week.
We do.
Yep. So we'll have Laura Avery from the Criminal Justice Program. There she is. So she'll come and talk to us about all the cool things they do over there. Last time we had on the show, she had some really funky, weird
She
things,
did.
right?
She brought a skull.
She did bring a skull,
wow.
some
Yeah.
forensic. Was it
Some-
worms and
it
maggots
was
or something?
bugs, yeah.
Yeah, bugs.
Different stages of decomposure and what bugs come
Yeah.
out.
So maybe
Yeah.
we'll get to see some gross stuff this time too.
Maybe.
She's a great guest.
It's
I
awesome.
look forward to
She's
having
dynamic.
her on again. Yeah.
Yeah, she's full of
Yeah.
personality and exciting, and from what I hear, an amazing instructor.
Yeah.
So awesome. So we've wrapped up for today. Zeb, one last plug for the gala that's going to be at the Mayola Riverside, and people need to start looking for their sparkle and their gloves and get their jitterbug on.
That's right.
And you also need sponsors.
That's
So
correct.
please reach out. Continue to support Religious Community Services, RCS, and it's great history here in our community.
Absolutely. And any information information is right on the website, rcsnewbern.com, and you can click or call us anytime, and we have tons of information for anybody interested.
Fantastic. Any
Great.
comments before we go?
The only thing I would say is, we're always, right now we're still getting people enrolled for fall semester as well as classes at the Volt. So just like what Zeb was talking about with caseworkers at RCS, we have admission specialists here. So if you're thinking you want a career change, do something different, start at Craven for 2 years and transfer to a 4-year university and save a lot of money, come and talk to us and see what your options are. Because
We'll peel back
now's
the
time.
onion.
We'll peel back the onion.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have kissing day.
That's what, no, I don't think we're allowed to do that.
No. Okay, so we will see you next week, the 29th, right? 29th?
Sounds right.
Yeah, Thursday, morning of 29th. And in the meantime, go have fun. Go enjoy your weekend. Go kiss your loved ones. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Boom.